Welcome to the Sports Card Lessons Podcast with me, your host, Ken. I'm a retired teacher documenting my hobby journey here on the pod, finding teachable moments to share with all of you along the way. Don't forget to hit me up on social media on Instagram at sportscard_lessons. Hit the follow button. And you can also find me on YouTube by searching Sports Card Lessons. If you like what you hear, please like, subscribe, and most importantly, tell a friend and spread the word. Welcome, everyone. How is everyone doing? Going to start out with a big shout out to Rob, sports card therapist. I was on I did an interview on his podcast last week, which dropped this past Friday. It was his episode 106. So I know a good amount of my listeners listen to his content as well. But if you don't, definitely go check it out. It was a great episode. It was a great interview. And I'm always happy to be able to create content together with him. We're gonna kind of do a home and away. I did his last week, and he'll be coming on in the next couple weeks, so that should be fun. Fantasy football this week, I did okay. I went 2-3. The one I lost by less than a point. I lost going into Monday night. I was winning by 5.5, and all my players had played, and my opponent, they only had Baltimore defense, and they ended up getting 6 points, so I lost by a half a point. But I do have one team now that we're going into the bye weeks, and for those of you who are in football, you always the bye weeks are here. It just one of these leagues that I'm in, there's only 4 bench spots, and the Lions are on a bye week this week, and I have DeAndre Swift and his backup, right? Jamal Williams. So I have them both. So now that they're on a bye, that's 2 spots and now I have to fill in with somebody else. And that particular team, I have Darren Waller, which is the tight end. So now I'm at a point where I have to literally drop somebody or not play a tight end that week or this week coming up. So yeah, now is when it really starts to get a little hectic with these with the fantasy leagues when the bye weeks start. So I will keep you updated there. We're going to start with the QB values again this week after week 5. So we've got the Zach Wilson, and he was back playing the BGS. We're going to do the XRCs first, the BGS 9.5. All was at $337. It's down $13, but up $64 on the year. Mac Jones, XRC PSA 10, all $488, down $27, down $262 on the year. Card Ladder had it at $513, and it was actually up $112 this week on Card Ladder, but still down overall $333. Trevor Lawrence, XRC PSA 10, alt value $1,093. That is up $154, and on the year it's up $118. Card Ladder has it at $1,015, up $254 on the week, and on the year it's up $77. So Trevor Lawrence is doing pretty well as far as his value so far this year. Josh Allen, XRC PSA 10, it's at $2,960. That's up $34 on the week, but down $140 on the year. I don't understand that. This guy's playing lights out. I figured, it's going to be skyrocketing. And you see, like, I'm always on Instagram. I'm always on Facebook. I'm always looking, and everybody's saying, looking for Josh Allen. At these last couple of shows I did, everybody's looking for Josh Allen. To me, he's one of the hottest. He's hotter than Mahomes right now, and people are looking to buy. And I'm just surprised. And I know a lot of people, including myself, are above comps on this because it's people are looking to jump on now. They're trying to buy now while the comps are down because they know at some point those comps are going to jump up. And as a dealer, as someone who's holding uh, Josh Allen cards, I'm saying to myself, I don't want to give them away too cheap. I'd rather maybe just hold them and see where they're going. They don't feel Josh Allen doesn't feel like any of his cards would ever become stale. Just like Patrick Mahomes cards to me, I don't think they'll ever become stale. So it's definitely a little bit of a hold for me on those cards, or just to price them high and let somebody pay an elevated price for it. The Justin Herbert Xrc Psa 10, all 1631. That's down $292. And I talked about that last week. I saw the sale. On eBay for $1,631. And I was waiting to see how it was going to affect it. And it literally took a whole other week, but it did bring that down. And it brought the card ladder value down too, $1,830. So that's down $256. So it's very interesting how that one sale on eBay, probably 10 days ago now, for $1,631 has brought that value down. But if you go on there, there have been a number of sales that have been up around the $2,000 mark, but that one low sale has dragged that comp down. So definitely keeping an eye on that, because that's one of the cards I'm trying to buy. I would love to be, if I could find that right now at $1,600, I would buy that card, but you just can't do it. And I've been on there and I've been talking with people, and I've been on Instagram, the people that have it, and I say, hey, you know what? I understand because I'm a dealer, but if you'll let this card go at this price, I will definitely buy that card from you right now. And people are like, "Yep, no, I understand too. Won't accept anything under 2,000 for that card." So, and that $400, that's a big swing right now. Joe Burrow, Xrc Psa 10, another card that I'm looking at. Alt has it at $1,319. That's up $36. And Card Ladder is at $1,195. That's down $414. And I said this last week, and I'm starting to think that Card Ladder is whatever algorithm they're working on over there. And from a technical standpoint, I used to teach programming, so I understand algorithms. Whatever algorithm they're working on there, they seem to be ahead, always a week ahead. So when I'm looking at a card, I like to jump the Card Ladder and see what their pricing is, because if their pricing is down, it generally means within the next week or so that eBay, all these prices are going to follow. It's going to go down. So they have a pretty good algorithm over there that I find for some of these higher end cards when I look and I see that they're coming down. So as I look at this, Card Ladder has this card at $11.95, and it's down $414 from last week, right? But Alt has it at $13.19. I didn't really check eBay comps, what like the buy it nows and maybe what they're going for. But I bet you next week, and we're going to look at this next week, I'm going to remember to point this out, that the alt price is going to drop down. It's going to come down to be closer to the Card Ladder price of this week. So we'll just keep an eye on that. But I've been following this, and when I'm looking for a card and I'm about ready to make a purchase, I like to jump the Card Ladder to see what it is and where it was and where it is, because if I find that the Card Ladder price is a few $100s below alt, then I'm going to try to get it at the Card Ladder price, or I'm going to hold off another week because I could probably get it cheaper a week from now when the comp comes down, or hopefully get it, cheaper. So the Patrick Mahomes Silver Prism BGS 9, alt has that at $839. It's down $52 for the week and $161 on the year. Card Ladder has it at $769, down $61 and down $81 on the year. And the Tom Brady Bowman Chrome BGS 9 Alt has it at $2,926. That's up $294 on the year, but down, up $294 on the week, but down $224 on the year. And Card Ladder has it at $2,850. This card that was even last week is now dropped down. It's down $450 on the week and $450 on the year. So that's for me, that's something to look at, because the value of this being lower and dropping down that much, I'm going to look at this card again next week and see, will Card Ladder pop back up again? Was that maybe one rogue sale, or are they looking at an algorithm that says that the value of this card is going to be dropping? So again, we'll look at this next week. But each week I'm going to update these prices, and we'll just keep an eye on them. I mean, for myself and the listeners out there, these are specific cards, but it just gives you an idea of, my small lesson to you of how my mind is working when I'm looking to buy cards, when I'm trying to figure out values, where I don't want to buy into a card this week. And how many times have we bought a card like, oh, I got a great deal on this card for $500, and then next week somebody puts it up for $420 or $400, buy it now. And you're like, are you kidding me? If I would have waited a week, I could have got it. So just learning how to, utilize all these different tools to make better decisions and better timing on purchases. This week, I'm going to talk about what to do with stale cards that were once liquid. And I have a number of them, and I'm going to share some with you. Cards that I've had since last year, cards that at one time were liquid that I got, and even raw, they were selling at an enormous price. And you think to yourself, oh, this is $1,000 card. Where's it going to be next month or in 6 months? It could be 2,000 or whatever. And then all of a sudden it's not even worth $100 in a few months. And you're like, oh, I should have sold this card, right? I talked about it last week, that one of the things I've learned my lesson on is, if I get a card that is hot, that is worth a good, I'm going to move it right away. No more of this, my thought process saying, well, if I take this card because it's hot now, it's going to be even hotter or worth even more. It doesn't happen like that. And most of these cards end up dropping, and even like we saw that with the Prism cards that they came out. When the Prism cards first came out, some of these Mac Jones green hyper was selling for like $600, and you're like, oh my god, and you pull a hyper out and you're like, well, it's a $600 card, and then the following week it's like $400, and then it's like $300, and then now it's like $100 card, and you're like, how did this happen? Well, it's because the market was just flooded with all these cards, so many cards out there. So definitely I've learned some lessons throughout the year and a half, and I'll just talk about some of these cards. Everybody remembers these Mac Jones, the Don Russ rated rookies, right? So I sent these cards in when it was $150 to grade these cards, and they came back 10s. And if you're on YouTube, I'm just holding them up. I've got a number of them here. Look at them. I got all these cards. I got all these Mac Jones, these PSA 10s. They're not even worth $100, right? I mean, what it cost me to grade, I'm not even going to get my money back on grading right now. But they've been sitting in my, my case or my discount box, and I've had it at, 200 or 250, hoping to somebody just to, work a deal or something, and nobody even looks at them. And I'm like, and I understand, because I wouldn't either, right? So this is the week that I'm bringing these cards down to comps. I've made a decision for the Hofstra show for this weekend that I'm setting up for. And as I'm going through these, I'm going through all these cards in my discount box, and I'm gonna put them at whatever the comps are, maybe $5 or $8 or $10 above comps, but that's it. And with the hopes just to move these cards, because I think it's a psychological thing, right? When you get a card and it was once hot, it was once a fire card that it was complete liquid. You could have moved this thing for, and then the price drops. It's just so hard to let it go cheap. And I keep looking at these cards, and I say to myself, here, I'm going to give you a perfect example, right? So here is a Justin Fields. This is a Panini Elite. It's a black razzle dazzle, right? And I'm going to hold this card up here, right? It was a SSP. It was a case hit. Raw, it was $1,200. And I'm like, okay, great. I'm going to send it off to get grading. So it goes off to SGC and it comes back, and it comes back a 9 from SGC. And at that time, I think it's about 5 weeks it took to come back. And then when it came back, then it was about $500 card. So then I put it on my case, at shows that and in that time to now, I mean, this card is worth $100. Graded, this card is worth $100. Now, did I lose money on it? I don't remember what it cost me to get the Bears in the break at that time. I honestly don't, but I wasn't spending a lot of money to get into breaks. Uh, it cost me at the time, I think $26 to grade it. Right? So I may break even, but it was so hard for me to take this card and discount it because I know it's a pretty rare card. I mean, it's a case hit. It was a super short print, and it was a black razzle dazzle. I mean, it had all these things that is pretty rare out there to find, and to me, the card is stale sitting in my box. So I had to take everything I have to take this card to mark it down to $100 and put it in the box this week. And it may not even sell. I don't know, because people really aren't looking for him. Here's another one. This one here, I took it on a trade. This was a 2012 Panini. Um, it came from the National, and it was a Rapper Redemption. It was a Tom Brady. It's a PSA 9. Um, it's a pop 5, and there's none higher. And when I purchased this, when I took this card in on a trade, and I took it in at a $250 value, one had just sold uh, on eBay for $450. So I'm like, okay, this is great. So I take this card, I put it in my case for $450. No one ever looked at it. Then I moved it to $400. Then I went to $375. Then I went to $350, $300, $275. And now all of a sudden, one of these cards, the same exact card, just sold for $40. $40 on eBay. So I'm done. I mean, and I'm giving this card away for $40 when I took it at a 250 trade-in value. It's a stale card. What else can I do with it? It's worth nothing to me to carry it back and forth from shows. Um, here's another one here. So this here is the Mac Jones, the press proof premium gold, right? PSA 10. At one time, this card was selling for $1,000, then $700, and then it was at $400 for a long time throughout the summer, maybe between $300 and $400. And I had it in my case, and a couple of times I negotiated maybe to make a deal, maybe not make a deal, in a trade, and this and that. But it ended up I still had the card, right? Now I look at the comps on the card, it's not even worth $100. I mean, a card that was once selling at 400 is not even worth $100. And I think psychologically, I'm saying, well, he's a rookie quarterback. This is a gold press proof premium on a rookie quarterback, and it's PSA 10. I mean, that's what it's worth, unless I want to take it and put it in the closet and hope this guy becomes something and this value of this card goes up. Or do I take these 30 or so cards, put them all down at comps and move them out, and use that money now to purchase something better? Sorry, we lost the mic there for a moment. to put them in my case so I can use it to buy something that's, a little bit more liquid that I can sell in my case, you know, freshen up my inventory per se. Um, Here's another one. Here's a Mac Jones. It was the Vortex. This was the came out of the oh, it was a short print. I can't even think of the name of the box it came out of, but here it is. Here it's another one. It's SGC 10. Now I had three of these. And last year I sold two of these at $300 each, and then I had one left. And then the prices started coming down, and then it went to 275 to 250, 225, 200. Right now, I have this card at $75, and I'm hoping it sells. Now, I pack pulled most of these cards. Beside that Justin Fields that I got in the break, all these other cards that I have here, they were all pack pulled. So in my mind, when I'm thinking of a value on them, I know what it cost me to grade these cards was $26. Buying the boxes, I don't think you can really put the price on the boxes because I would have ripped the boxes anyway. So it's not like I went and I bought this card for say $50 and then I graded it and I said, okay, I'm into it for 76. In my mind, every one of these cards, I'm into it for $26, right? Because that's what it cost me to grade these cards, except for the one I took in trade, the Brady I took in trade, and the Rat Black Razzle Dazzle. All these cards I pack pulled. So I have to say to myself, I'm into them for $26, and they're doing no good being in my case, dragging them back and forth from show to show. And people go through and they flip through it and they move on. And I know I've had them priced high, and I didn't realize how high I had them priced, because even in the case, I'd say, hey, I haven't really, when I'm at shows, I'll say to people, I haven't really comped that lately. So if you want to make an offer on anything, that's fine. And people didn't even make offers on it. And I'm like, well, it's just dumb having this box that people come up and they look through and nobody ever buys anything out of. So I need to do something. I need to do something about this box. And I want to do it this weekend when I go to Hofstra. And this is what I'm doing. I'm finding all these cards, whatever the comps are, I'm putting at comp, and I'm probably going to end up selling them under comp, because when you put something at comp, it's a $75 card, right? I think the comp on it was like $73. Somebody's going to say, well, you take 50 for it. And what am I going to say? Take it away, right? Because it's like found money. And really, what am I into the card for? $26. So if I'm getting $50 for it, I'm getting something out of it, right? And a lot of them are great cards. Here's another one. This is a Trevor Lawrence. This is a purple prism cracked ice, and it is numbered to 149, and it's an SGC 9. Right, holding that up. If beautiful card. I mean, it's an absolutely beautiful card. I've had it in my case. There were values on this at 250 at one point, right? And the last one, I think, just sold at $46. $46. Like, if you graded this thing for $26 and you didn't even count pulling it out of a box, it's a $20 card, unless somebody, pulled it out for bought it for $5 or something like that. But it's a Trevor Lawrence, right? I mean, he's been kind of all the rage all the way through. I mean, with the comps from when he was a rookie. So it's hard to believe that this card is that cheap. Here's another one of those draft picks, the Trey Lance. $30. This card is priced at $30, and it cost me $26 to grade it, because the comp on it, I think, was last comp on it was like $26 or $27. So it's just, I don't know. To me, it's crazy how these cards, which are such nice cards, the comps have gone so low. The last one I'll show you, another Justin Fields, and this is a graffiti, and this is numbered to 99, and it's an SGC 10. It's a pink graffiti, numbered SGC 10, $100 card. right? At one time, this card was selling for $400 or $500, and I'll be lucky to get $100 for this card. So again, I think it's oh geez, one more card I'm going to show you. Dak Prescott. Here's another Dak Prescott, number 1 of 75. Right, another one, $30. Right, cost and it's a SGC9. It costs $26 to grade it. $30, and this is probably going to go less than $30. I hope it does. Like, I hope these cards go. I mean, I'm saying it like it's a bad thing, but I'm hoping I sell them. I would really like to, you know, take the money from all these cards and freshen up, buy something else, buy something more liquid to drop in my case. I mean, isn't that what we're doing here? I mean, as a dealer, there's no sense me holding these cards. And I've talked about this on other episodes, but now it's time again. It's like, maybe decluttering, maybe I should call it, decluttering my inventory, just getting things out of there that people aren't even looking at now. So that's my goal this weekend at Hofstra to get these cards, to move these cards out of my box, and at whatever price, whatever I can get for them. I mean, hopefully I'll at least get my $26 back on cards, my grading fee on the cards at the minimum. Hopefully I can get my grading fee back. If I can do that, I would be happy. I talked about purchasing a case of Upper Deck Hockey Series 2 hobby boxes. Man, was I disappointed. I mean, honestly, I was disappointed. There were lots of young guns in there. I pulled a couple numbered cards out of there. And this is 12 hobby boxes. I opened 10. I still have 2 that I haven't opened. Pulled some Clearly cards out of there. The problem is, the case hits, the Clearlys, the number. There's so few. There's so few stars right now in the series that you actually have to hit it right. You have to hit the Clearly or the number card on a specific player, because if you don't, it's kind of garbage. I mean, it's just kind of garbage. And opening box after box, I can honestly say I have 2 boxes left and I lost interest. Like, the 2 boxes are still sitting here. I don't know. I may open them. I may add them to my wax and just maybe keep them to, for another year or 2 and see if any of those young guns, pop off. Because I've got a whole container full of young guns here. Some of them are good. I mean, I'm not going to say they were all crap, but I'm hoping that it was worth it for all the young guns that I did get. And I'm going to do nothing with those. I'm just going to put them away and keep them for a year or 2 and see what happens. I really enjoy the hockey. I enjoy opening, the hockey. I was buying the hobby box. I bought some of the Series 1, and this time I said, well, instead of buying one here, one there, 2 there, let me just buy the case. And it may have cured me of ripping hockey. I don't know. I just found it, somewhat disappointing. And the cards that I ended up getting out of there. So maybe that would be a cure, for somebody who likes to rip a lot, is if you go and literally buy a case and then you start to see, box after box looking almost the same as the last box you opened, and pulling the same guys out of every single box. It just became monotonous after a while. Like, you're like hoping for, I mean, I guess, with football, if you're buying, the higher end where you're guaranteed a couple autos and this and that, you get excited for a while. But I think when I watch the breaks and I watch them open up a whole case, and I see that there's like one really great box in that case, and then there's a couple great cards in there, and then beyond that, there's just a lot of duds, a lot of dud cards in there. And I guess it's the same way. I think this may have cured me of buying when I first bought it, I said, boy, this is really probably what I should be doing. Just go out and buy the case. You get the boxes cheaper, and you get to open it all at once and just get what you get and move on. And as I did it, I said, I don't know. There's no way to know if I got my money back out of it until we wait to see where all these young players, these rookies, what they do. I mean, I could 10 times my money, or I could lose it all. I have no idea. It's almost like a lottery ticket, right? Buying the case and opening them up, but top loading every single rookie, all the young guns, all the special, inserts that are in there, and just only time will tell. And I think I'm going to rethink that again. I think it was just a lesson to myself, that maybe I'm better off just buying one or two boxes instead of buying a case, and hope that I have that that box that's got the case hit and all the extras in it. But like I said, I have two left, and I haven't even decided what I'm going to do with those. Recently, I purchased two Parkside National Women's Soccer League hobby boxes, and I've had a lot of fun opening them. More fun than most wax I've opened recently. Learning a lot about different players, looking them up. It comes with 2 autograph. It comes with like 7 numbered cards in there. It comes with super short print cards. It was just like every pack, there was something neat in almost every pack. And there was like, a couple of base packs, but most of those packs had just something, and I just had so much fun opening them. I had no idea what was coming, and it was just a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So I definitely enjoyed that. And I'm not going to buy a case of them. I'm telling you that right now, but I may buy another one or two. It's funny because even at the last show I was at up in Springfield, I bought a select blaster and an optic blaster. And all the cards I pulled out of there, to me, it was crap. There was nothing. There was not even the optic, the rated rookie, and the select, the rookie cards. Like literally, I put them in my dollar. After I opened them up, I sleeved the rookies and I threw them in the dollar boxes, and people weren't even buying them out of there. I mean, this is how disappointing those boxes are, and it's just kind of a lesson to me. I would go to these shows and I was buying some Mosaic, and I was buying some hanger boxes of the Prism, and I was doing pretty well, and I was kind of excited for it. And then, like recently, everything I open up, wax wise, I've just been completely disappointed. So any wax I'm buying now, I'm just putting it. I've talked about this, just putting it away for a year or two, and hopefully I'll make some money on it. It's possible, possible not. It's possible they may go back and look at this time as a new junk wax era and say, "Oh, those boxes are worth nothing." But it's a chance I'm taking, right? Monday holiday deals. Now, I didn't mention this last week as a reminder. I'm not sure how many people, listeners said, "Oh yeah, there's a Monday holiday coming. Maybe I should be, checking checking eBay and some of the other auction sites for a great deal on Sunday night." But I ended up making 2 deals on Sunday night. I bought 2 XRCs. I bought a Jalen Hurts PSA 9 and a Lamar Jackson PSA 9. Now, you remember I talked last week, I was trying to buy this Lamar Jackson from this guy at the show, and he was kind of all over the place with the card and never ended up selling it to me. And at that time, I was willing to pay $400, and then at one point, I thought maybe I'd go up a little more just to get the deal done. But then it never ended up happening. But I ended up getting the Lamar Jackson at $400. I bought it right off of eBay. So I was pretty excited about that. And the Jalen Hurts too. I feel I got a great deal. I looked up the comps on that, and I ended up buying the Jalen Hurts at $500, which was about $80 or $90 under comps. So I was pretty happy about that. And the case here behind me is full of the XRC, so I like these cards and I want to keep adding to them. Could not find any deals on Herbert or Burrows out there, and I was trying, but maybe this weekend. Maybe this weekend at Hofstra. And speaking of Hofstra, this weekend, looking forward to it. I'll be there Sunday. I'll be set up with my man John from Behind the Diamond. Shout out to him for getting me hooked up in this and some other shows. Really appreciate him. I'll be there Sunday. Rob, sports card therapist, will be there with Dave, DJ Sports Cards 86. They'll be at the table on Saturday. And if you're there on Sunday, make sure you come find me. Say hello. Upcoming shows. Well, this weekend, obviously, the Hofstra show. And then Laz show is at La Quinta Inn and Suites in Secaucus, New Jersey. That's November 19th and 20th. I talked about getting into a show the weekend in November 26th and 27th. I was talking about the Causeway. I ended up securing a couple tables at the Westchester show in Terrytown. That is November 26th and 27th. That's Thanksgiving weekend. So I'll be set up there. And then after that, another last show, Garden State Card Show, Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey. That's December 10th. And then the following weekend, December 18th, the Big Apple Trading Card Show at the New Yorker Hotel in New York City. So looking forward to all these shows. Looking forward this weekend to, cleaning up my discount box and selling off these stale slabs and transforming that money into something more liquid. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in. And if you like what you hear, please like, subscribe, and most importantly, tell a friend and spread the word. And until next time, be good to yourselves and everyone around you.